Booyaka, booyaka. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Make sure my audio straight. After Hours, Majority Minority Memphis Network. After Hours. We are here. Make this little quick little 20-minute session today unless I go off. So the Expelled of Memphis and a Nashville Democrat out of the House of Representatives. They ain't banning the white lady. They say because she apologized. That's funny to me. Let me play you a clip of that. Try not to find some long shit. 2 to 3 minutes. I see some 56-second shit. I do not like the minutes not being on. The minutes not being on the video. 16 hours stream 4 hours ago. Stream 9 hours ago. 7 minutes ago. 4 hours ago. Over gun demonstration. I'm not trying to play no long shit. I might as well just play the 56-second one from USA Today. News Nation. USA Today. Let me mute this mic right quick.
We're voting on House Resolution 63. All those in favor, vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed, vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote?
Now, on whether or not to expel Justin Pearson
Mr.
will
Clerk,
be announced.
Take the vote.
Aye, 69, 26 nays.
Having received the concurrence of 2/3 of the members to which the House is entitled in the Constitution of the State of Tennessee, House Resolution 63 is hereby adopted. Without objection, the motion reconsiders table. Pursuant to Article 2, Section 12 of the Constitution of the State of Tennessee, I hereby declare Representative Justin J. Pearson of the 86th
It appears Justin Pearson, as you're just seeing right there, has been expelled with 69 votes in favor to expel him. We needed 66 votes to announce a formal expulsion. He has now been expelled, joining Justin Jones, who had also been expelled. Gloria Johnson survived her seat with 65 votes, just one vote saving her seat. Folks, I have to tell you the optics there, as Gloria Johnson referenced herself, perhaps the only white out of the 3 Congress members there and representatives that had been saved her seat. So there you see it. The Tennessee House voting to expel 2 of the 3 Democratic lawmakers for their objection to gun legislation 2 weeks ago. This is the culmination of that. This is a historic moment right now, as you see playing out. State legislature there in Tennessee.
What happened today, the expulsion of 2 representatives in the Tennessee State
Okay, so first thoughts. White folks shit. Always been white folks shit, and white folks gonna do what the fuck they want with their shit. Black folks get inside of democracy, tweak little things. If they want your black ass about it, they gonna get your black ass about it there. And believe you me, I am optimistic. I'm not a pessimistic. I am not a pessimistic. I am optimistic about the future. But I also, what's the word, have, is it reality? What's that word where you see reality? I cannot remember. But I also see reality. And reality says a whole nother thing. They had another video. I saved it. It's load up now. It's crazy. I read a lot of history about Memphis in the past, how Memphis used to do shit. Memphis used to just do whatever the fuck they want to. People in Nashville used to feel some type of way about the shit, sending shit over here, because it was really the government pushing the shit, especially alcohol. But Memphis used to do whatever the fuck you want to. Let me play this video. I don't want no equally. Hold on.
Well, you're getting it now. And pass it. All you got to do here in this Tennessee General Assembly, that's why you're standing there, because of that temper tantrum that day, for that yearning to have attention. That's what you wanted. Well, you're getting it now. So I just advise you, if you want to conduct business in this house, file a bill. Be recognized, stand there and present it, and pass it. All you got to do is pass the bill.
Representative Pearson.
Now, you all heard that. How many of you would want to be spoken to that way? How many of you want to be spoken to that way? We're not talking about politics. We're not talking about even gun violence. How many of you would want to be spoken to that way? The reason that I believe the sponsor of this legislation, of this resolution, spoke that way is because he's comfortable doing
But
it.
yeah,
Because there's a decorum that allows it.
a long time ago when I was 21, I wrote on my blog how I was going to be in politics. I wrote a timeline of how I was going to become the governor of Tennessee. I was going to go for, I can't remember the levels. I was going to be the mayor of Memphis. The only thing I was going to be council, I wrote the levels of how I was going to make it to governor of Tennessee. I did that at 21. I'm 35 now. And I don't know, I understand things a little more different. Like I said, I'm optimistic about shit, but I know how these white folk do, especially politics in Tennessee. And the crazy thing about it, I feel like you can get them white folk do whatever the fuck you want to do. They don't give no fuck. They really all the water with the culture war. They don't care about like real shit. They just want to win the culture war. Got this nigga from Memphis, Justin, I think Justin J. Pearson, big old afro. And they're telling the white folk, later on they gonna be friends with you because they don't give no fuck. They don't have no, right now, they don't have no hate your heart. They hard. The Tennessee politics now ain't shit. I done read where, I think I just read it, in the, what book was that? In the history of the Piggly Wiggly, the guy who wrote, Charles Saunders, who made Piggly Wiggly. I read about how somebody, I can't remember, in there had shots behind the street and shit. So this is not respectability. It's all bullshit. But it's the way you do shit. And I ain't tell that nigga do whatever you want to. You can this, that. But it's just me. It's just me. Like I said, I ain't feel like you, because listen to me, you ain't got to kick none of no white folks ass. You ain't got to do none of that shit, bro. I agree with everything y'all saying. Y'all want to protest? Y'all want to stop guns? I don't give a fuck. One way or the other. But I feel like if they're playing, if other folks saying about it, that's why the motherfucker got up there like telling them, pass a bill. Cause you know, niggas majority Republicans. Whatever you try to bring, pass it. But them bringing them folks in there after them kids just died, stomping around the thing and shit, trying to create a movement, internet clips and all shit like, that ain't what we doing. Bullshit, bruh. Them folks expect. They say send nigga right back. They gonna send them right back. No, but they gonna get shit passed through. Just like they just did, what's her name? Katrina, that was the senator. Pay that money back, she ain't got served no time. Still be a nurse. But you ain't finna stun on motherfuckers again. Better believe it. I feel like you can get shit done. It just it's where you go about it. And I ain't even saying go about it respectfully. Even you gotta go about it crooked. It things you gotta get done there, and that's politics is what it is. Like I said, I'm not respectability. I'm saying you gotta do crooked shit to get shit done. You like, oh no, that ain't what politics about. George Washington wouldn't teeth ass motherfucker. The shit didn't have niggas in mind. So you have to treat it like it ain't got niggas in mind. It don't become something better over time because it willed their way. What that favorite line they like saying about like saying the arc of justice bends long or some shit like that. Bullshit. In my opinion. These folks don't get no fuck. They gonna do whatever they want to do. It's on you. And I feel like I ain't advocating for violence or anything, but you in politics shit, you know what you got to do. You with making bills and shit, and the fact that we living in a world now where, especially on the internet, Twitter, I know about bills and shit now. No motherfucker didn't know what the fuck got brought on the floor 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't even feel like people know that. You really got to be in Twitter like that. The bills is coming to the floor. In different states, in different cities, the bills is coming to the floor. No one gives a fuck. They like niggas. They there for a culture war, my guy. They there for a culture war. And they want to win. You might just pass the bill. He's so lost. Let's pass the bill. Write a bill, pass it. We gonna strike it down, my nigga. But write a bill, pass it. That's just how politics is, my guy. My thing is, I would even look at it, the mechanics of it their way, but I feel like they ain't why you there. If I try to make a bill and try to go through a Democrat, make a toothless bill and try to get it passed. I'll walk, talk on the floor, say what I want, and go through everything and try to get votes to it and just see could I do it. Some simple ass shit. Can we send water bottles to all the states and some shit? Some simple ass shit. You got the government, Tennessee has the money. I would try to pass a simple bill just to see. Just like see Bernie Sanders don't be passing bills and shit. Pass something simple. Something that and that's the crazy thing about it. Why not write a bill that everybody agree with? They say they're racist. We're fighting for rights and we're fighting. I was like, I'm talking about just to see. Just to see. And brought them folks in there and shit. Them folks in the sped. Motherfucker that put charges on the nigga. I ain't gonna look that up. Put charges on there. Told me he was salty. Put the phone in their face. They don't like that shit. They do not like that shit. The white folks are pissed. 14 minutes. But enough about that. We gonna see how they rock out. I think they gonna send them back. They gonna sit there and be quiet as they turn. Probably be there for goddamn 60 years. I might need his help in a couple years. Hey, Justin J. Peterson, he young like me. I think he younger than me. Man got their fro. This is there. You already see what they trying to do. No, brother. They ain't gonna lie. They ain't gonna lie, brother. But don't mean you shouldn't stop. Shouldn't try. Yeah, you should try. But I'm saying, like, shit, I make something simple. Give every person over 95 an air conditioner some shit. Simple ass bill like that. But yeah, what the fuck is CNN? I came across this story right before I came on about this black man who served 3 decades in jail. He served 3 decades in crime he said he didn't commit. They let the man out. He been free for 2 years. They requested this nigga to make sure he go back to jail April 17th. He's 65. That man 3 decades in jail, so I'm like, shit. You 65? You in there 15? I wonder what he did, what the crime is. They leave it out the story. What they say he did. But he got clemency and parole. He trying to get exonerated. They're like, no, sir. I wonder what it is. Green was convicted in 1982 death of 21-year-old Charles Flynn. Green, his black, was sentenced to death. Jesus, he had a death penalty. But an all-white jury then resentenced to life into prison in 2009 due to a technicality related to the sentencing phase of the trial. In 2018, ruled that had properly withheld despite the main optimism to prove his innocence. But yeah, this black man right here, that might have been out of jail for 2 years. Tell me, gotta go back to 2007. I'll be shitting bricks. Tell him he gotta go back to jail. It's crazy. He's been fighting to clear his name for his freedom for more than 3 decades. Ooh! It represents, okay. They might say he did shit. He been out of jail for 2 years. He had a job at a machine grab facility, attended church, and spent time with his grandchildren. He has worn an anchor among, been a model citizen. And they gonna let him out on clemency and clemency and like a parole. I think he gonna get clemency. He already doing everything 2 years anyway. The fact that they tell their mind the Supreme Court didn't want to hear it. I'm curious. Green's legal team petitioned the U.S. but late February the court declined to hear this case. They don't want to hear it. Where he from? Ohio? A Florida man was freed from prison. So it's Florida? That's crazy. Judge Dalton. I bet the judge wasn't even a damn lawyer, but when this man went to jail. Return to prison, nigga. He said, I've been a model citizen, 30 years. Return to prison. To have that on a man's mind. Today is April 6th. That's today. I'm gonna be looking at this shit. To have that on a man's mind, April 6th. He got to go back to jail in fucking, how many days? He got to go back to jail in 11 days? Shit. Today the 6th. The 12th? The 7 now. He got to go back to jail in 10 days. In 10 days, he got to go back to jail. Crazy. Face a life sentence for crime he said he didn't commit. They'll give you all that time. All that time. I feel like we better than that as human beings. I think they're going to give him clemency, though. Somebody going to find a way. They taking their time with the shit. But I'm optimistic about that man. Cries of Green, they going to go ahead and give him clemency. But we not just finna say you exonerated. I feel like, I wonder why the judge reinstated it. And then let him stay out. Judge Dalton will prosecute improperly. I'm curious. With this week must turn. Oh, so in them two things, I'm curious what the judge look like. U.S. District Judge, they be scaring me, judges, and how they feel about you. 1952. How old he is? Pending cases. They got a picture of him. Don't care what he look like. 1975. Wouldn't do with jail. Damn, Barack Obama put him there. Woo! Barack Obama put this man there. That man said, you gotta come back to jail, bro. What do he look like? Woo! Oh, they might let the man out of jail, putting the man back. I ain't gonna say nothing. Put the mind back. You going back to jail, brother. Let me out. You should let me stay in till they figure it out then. What you doing? It's the judge's fault. What you doing? Okay. I got one more tech-related thing. I got one more thing, and it is tech-related. I seen a guy he made an app using GTP4. I would like to, oh no, it's the same fucking tweet. I would like to see that. And I would think you guys would like to see that too. On the nightly news. MMMN after that was nightly news podcast. I say it's not a podcast. Okay, load them up, load them up, load them up. Load them up. This is just insane. My GTP4 coding assistant can now build and design a front end, create a back end with working DB, correctly hook them up, upload code to GitHub, deploy it to Vercel. I can now build complete apps with nothing more than my voice. The future is unreal. Them over 5 minutes long. I'm curious.
So let's start this thing off. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna refresh my GitHub. Okay, no repo. It's McKay here. I am back with an update on codename Jarvis, my GPT-4 coding assistant. Okay, so by now, you know, if you see this setup, you're about to see some serious heat. So let's start this thing off. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna refresh my GitHub. Okay, no repo there. I'm gonna refresh this. No project. We'll refresh this. No table. Okay, so I think you know where this is going. Let's run Jarvis. Run Jarvis.
Busting this shit down.
I need another next app with Tailwind. Keep my hand here.
One sec. You want me to create a new Next.js app with Tailwind CSS?
Yes.
One moment. What would you like the app to do?
So this time I want a basic social networking app, and it needs to have 3 things. It needs to have a profile creation form. It needs to have a profile viewer. And I also want a way to see all the users on the network.
One sec. You want a basic social networking app that includes a profile creation page, a profile viewer, and a list of all the users. What would you like the profiles to have?
Let's keep it kind of simple. Let's just do a name, an email, and a username.
One sec. I'll add those fields to the profile schema. What else can I do?
I want you to optimize the site so that it works with mobile and desktop devices. And I also want you to style it in like a dark mode.
On it. Okay, I'll optimize it for both mobile and desktop and style it in dark mode. Anything else?
Start building.
Okay, I'll start working.
Here it goes.
I created a new repo called Basic Social Network. Continuing.
This is so fire.
I initialized the app continuing.
Okay. I also optimized some speed things.
I'm creating a profiles table in your database.
Oh yeah, it's
continuing.
It's going fast.
I'm building the features you asked for.
It is going
continuing.
fast. This one's gonna take a little bit because this is like the bulk of the code. The other ones are pretty fast though, you gotta admit.
The app is building correctly. Would you like me to deploy it?
Oh yeah. It's funny how confident I am that this is just
One
gonna work.
moment. Okay, deploying to Versal. Continuing. I deployed your project to Versal on McKay Personal. Continuing. I'm all done. Wasn't that fast? You should give me a raise.
I did not actually. That's hilarious. Okay. That's okay. Anyways, okay, if we refresh this, okay, we have basic social network. Where's the just now? Okay, just now it's building. It's building. Okay, Versal basic social network. Okay, just building just now. You know the drill. This is all live. This is crazy. I can't believe this is a real thing. Okay. Come on, build. I'm afraid I'm gonna run over Twitter's limit here. Come on. I'm just refreshing. Oh, let's jump into Supabase. You should be able to see. Yeah, see, guess what we have now? We have a profiles table with the correct schema. Oh, come on, build. We need to be able to test this. This is almost 5 minutes. Come on. Okay. Guarantee this works. Guarantee it. Boom! Dark mode. Let's see if it's responsive. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, now we got to try this out. I'm going to put test. Let's do just test, and we'll just do test at gmail.com. Okay, we should be able to submit this, and this should work. Profile created successfully. Okay. It shows the profile. You see we have an all profiles list. Let's click that. Okay, this is showing us the profiles. Now let's make sure this is responsive. It is. And if we go to our database, it is in our DB. The game has changed, everyone. This is wild. And to prove that this works too, I brought my iPad here, and we're gonna copy and paste it over here. And sure enough, I'm getting that profile over here. Wizardry. This is incredible. What a time to be alive. It's McKay here. I am back with an update on codename Jarvis, my GPT-4 coding assistant, okay? So by now, if you see this setup, you're about to see some serious heat. So let's start this thing off, okay? I'm going to show you.
All I'm going to say is they were real neat. They were real neat. We're living in different times now. But I knew it would come to this. We got all the information on this one spot. I'm making a live nightly newscast, broadcast to the internet. Already completed, already there. YouTube gonna index it for me, set it there. I ain't gotta do nothing else with it. Good times. Yeah, 28 minutes, I'm gonna cut on out. Got a little time. It was pretty simple. But yeah, MMMN after hours. And I